The battery keeps going.
Yeah, I'm good too, but
Depends how much beer do you have left.
I was really surprised that that battery lasted that long. That fucking laptop's a piece of shit.
Listen, we can talk for hours as long as you guys got beer.
Man, I got me a...
This might be a two-parter. I may break it up into two parts.
no, fuck that.
You sure?
Release that shit.
Keep it running, man.
You'll find more beer.
Well, no, I'd release them at the same time. I'd just be like part one, part two.
Dude,
The
if
sequel?
If they got 10 hours of fucking Rick rolling, you know, in a row, you can...
This is true. This is true.
Breaking it up seems like
And it's got millions of views, you know, for 10 hours. It's just...
That means there's tens of millions of retarded people out there.
I know, that's why I say population control.
Anyway, yeah, there you go.
That's the test. Are you going to watch the 10 hours of Rick rolling?
Will you watch 10 hours of
Yeah,
us in this
exactly.
garage?
And you'll see people. This is great. Snip, 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 snip.
You got nothing else, Xander?
I could talk all day. What do you want to talk about?
I want
Just
to.
keep talking.
Subject, because we're just going super random right now.
Yeah, and that's fine.
There is no sense of
Okay,
order.
we got all these women, like, accusing people of stuff.
Oh,
from
yeah,
20
hashtag
years
me
ago.
too.
about that.
It's probably half true and half not.
Yeah,
I would say that. Yeah.
I would say so. Well, I think what really
You got
needs to
people
be
coming out of the
defined is we need to start getting this verbiage correct for like what's sexual assault, what's like some petty
Harassment.
fucking
I don't know.
harassment.
Flirting.
What's-
Flirting. Yeah.
I could do hashtag me too, you know, because like seriously, like big black women, they all
They
they
love
do,
him.
no,
He's
they,
like their kryptonite.
they want to eat me. And like I was working at Bimbo Bread, and this black woman come up to me.
Is that a real bread
It's
company?
a real bread company. It's a real bread company.
Sorry, Bimbo Bread.
Shit.
And this black woman, she
They're a
just,
sponsor.
she just flat out came up to me. She says, "Oh man, me and you can make some good fucking Oreo children." You know, and it's
Jesus
just like, and then
Christ.
like, and then or they
You're
want
too
to.
lying to any guy. That's not going to work.
Or they want to eat me alive, and you know I'm not like the greatest looking guy and the physically fit, but it just blows my mind. It's
I think you're
always
handsome.
You're a
big
blue-eyed devil.
black women, and they always talk about eating me. Or
Have you
like,
ever jumped into that pool?
No.
No.
Listen,
Been married too fucking long.
I got 2 kids, and that's enough. The world, and that's.
I'm not saying make the babies. I'm just saying taste the chocolate.
well, I don't know if that's
I got a
chocolate
thing.
face.
There's this Jack's Big Musical. There was this black girl with like these green eyes, and I love her, man. Like the kids would watch the show in the morning, and I would just be like, "All right, I need to go to the bathroom." Beautiful, like she was like from Ireland too, man. Just
Irish Blackman,
oh
a black Irishman.
You just don't like the big, aggressive ones.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not that into.
I used to like Lisa Turtle, Saved by the Bell. Come on.
Oh, way better.
Yeah,
way
I mean
better.
that was everybody in our age, like
Yeah,
first black girl
Lisa
crush for
Turtle.
sure. Before there was Beyonce, there was Lisa Turtle.
There was Lisa Turtle. But now her face is all jacked up.
And then,
her.
and then I'm
Like,
like,
dude, like
and
she
then I
had
was
some
working
surgery.
at an old folks home, man, putting in a light for a freaking flag, and like these old people are out there, like it was hot, and they're like, "Ooh, you need to take off your shirt." You know, they say this stuff that like it's all about women, but also women are the same token. And this one old lady that had to be 70 years old wanted to see my dick, and then she called me a pussy because I didn't let her see my dick. I mean, this is like 9 in the morning in
Listen.
an old folks home.
we're going through a cycle right now in society
bitch.
where women are like innocent
I
little.
understand the respect thing.
Well, there is, but women are innocent little protected class right now, where it's like we're just it's every fucking generation has its stupid cycle where it goes through that it has this dumb stuff. Now with the sexual abuse stuff going on in the media, half of it's true, half of it's not. You got a bunch of fucking people coming out for a payday. And then you got you got a bunch of people who are like, there's
I
a
can
bunch
finally
of
say this, you know.
there's a bunch of rampant
assholes.
there's
Yeah,
a
right.
bunch of rampant sketchy shit going on with the power elites and the fucking
But that's always
all
been
that stuff like
going
that.
on
It's
forever.
always been
In
going
every
on, but people
industry.
got the balls to come out and they're gonna hang a bunch of people, in
Well, they
town
should have done it a long
square.
time. But Louis C.K. is a different story. I mean,
He just like to jerk off in front of women. That's
yeah,
all.
but he would ask.
He would ask,
was a
right?
gentleman.
He was polite about it.
You mind
Can I
if I
rub
jack
one out
off?
in front of you?
They had the option to leave the room.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, that's a weird fucking. Can I rub one out
Weird
in
either.
front of you?
But that's what I'm saying with the verbiage. Like, if you didn't touch her.
Yeah.
Not if you block the door and like you're gonna watch me fucking jerk off. You ain't gonna do shit about it. If
Right.
you do, I'm gonna fucking
Well, that's
smack
why
you
I'm
up.
saying, yeah.
That's a different story. But if he's just
But
like,
it was like the Al
I would just laugh
but
if
it was like the Al
Louis C.K. broke out his dick in front of me. I'm like, oh, that guy ain't raping anybody
But
anyway.
it,
Fuck
it was
that.
like the Al Franken thing.
Probably his ass
I
beat.
thought it was funny, right? Okay.
Actually, he's a pretty big dude.
And I'm thinking to myself, going, okay, he did this goofy thing with this girl on this picture, blah blah blah. And for the most part, I'm going, man, we did worse stuff when we were younger, you know, kind of shit like that. But I like that it's coming back to bite Al Franken in the ass because he's a fucking clown. He sat there and spouted his mouth off about, oh, I'm so for the women's and I've never did anything and acted this Puritan.
But then you
little-
got Trump sitting there saying, bashing Al Franken when he's talking about grabbing women by the pussy and forcing to kiss them and shit like that. I mean, you can't have it two ways.
I'm
It's
not
either
talking about
respect
Trump. I'm just
someone-
talking like Al Franken and
So
but
all
Al Franken
politicians are
himself.
scumbags. Check.
All of them. Yeah, I'm just saying
Except
this.
when Matt runs for office.
I like the fact that it came back to bite Al Franken in the ass because he acted like he was some Puritan asshole, and he's far from it. Don't. If you're a jackwad, yeah, I was a fucking dickhead. I was a fucking wanker. I was this. I was that. Okay, whatever. Own up to it and move on.
You know what? He's good enough. He's smart enough.
People like
And people like him.
Oh, every fucking liberal loves him because they saw him on Saturday Night Live, and he's a fucking senator. Watch out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the only
Matt
reason I
Stone
like
had the
this.
greatest quote the other day. He says, "I hate conservatives, but I fucking hate liberals."
I hate them all. I hate them all. Yeah.
That's why the people
It's a
ask
hate
me
podcast.
my political views.
Hate
Like,
podcast.
I tell them I'm a right wing liberal atheist. Take it how it is.
Exactly.
Can we all agree that shining the spotlight on that issue, if it prevents people from being victimized in the future, it's a good thing?
Oh,
Well,
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is. It is because I think that whole house needed to be cleaned for a long
Just
time.
like anything, people are going to take advantage, but just like
Yeah.
anything else, there's a lot of real victims.
Yeah.
Listen, people
no,
who
but
move
then
up,
like you got people in the porn industry. This is I was reading an article. This girl like was bitching about like, well, the camera was supposed to be set up at this angle and they changed the camera
oh,
angle.
what the fuck?
I mean that's going a little
Fuck,
extreme.
Like
I
if you
mean,
signed a
like,
release to get fucked on camera,
Yeah.
I think there's
If you're
a.
taking two dicks in your ass at once,
I have no
you
problem
got-
with that.
you
I
got-
watch
Listen, I
porn.
didn't sign up for 3, and
let's
all of a
just-
sudden this other guy came in.
let's just stop
Contract
with it.
different stories.
Let's throw it to the side. But what I'm saying is, people who are like who want to be in power, they want to exercise power over anybody they can. That's why
Yeah.
they move up the ranks.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, the normal human being is like, I just want to be left the fuck alone, and they're not looking to like overpower people or
'cause,
whatever.
Like, okay, like even in in China, like I would sit there like I didn't know any better. Like I would just like bow, and they're like, no, you don't do that. And like the women would give us food and stuff like that. We weren't allowed to give tips because if we gave a tip, it'd be degrading. You know,
Well,
and
it's
then
a culture
and then
thing,
if you
yeah.
gave a tip, like these people would get highly offensive.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not allowed.
China
to
has
do
it right. Quit fucking tipping.
Yeah, come on.
I mean,
it.
like okay, like
It's fun.
I mean, like even before like the Ayatollah and stuff like that, you know, these women would go around. They never wore burqas or none of that crap. And then, I mean, if you look at these images of like Afghanistan before like the Muslims came
Yeah.
in power, like these people were like
Freewheeling
they were
society.
they were like hippies almost in the
They were.
'60s. You look at
You
the
look at
stuff,
Tehran, or you look at
and
you
then
know,
like
in
all of a sudden the
Iran or,
'70s,
yeah,
like
Afghanistan,
religion
yeah.
came into the picture, and all of a sudden these women are being beaten and abused
Muslim
and stuff
Revolution.
like that. I
And just with the sexual assaults around here, I think, I mean, anyone who's thinking that it's more of a sexual thing than a power thing is wrong because it's really just a power,
It is a power thing.
just a power
It's these
trip,
people
man.
who, like,
People
look at
addicted to fucking
like
power.
Harvey Weinstein. I'm glad that fat, skeezy fucking shithead is being knocked off his throne. He probably actually, I don't know why. I just,
Half his
I
movies suck
honestly,
anyway.
well, his movies suck. Number one, and number two,
They sell though.
he's one of those assholes who thinks he's high and mighty. He thinks he's fucking righteous, and he was telling other people what they should think, what they shouldn't think, and in the meantime, he's telling them, well, if you let me fucking wag my wiener around you or
You got
fucking
a
slap
job.
you in the face, you have a job. Fuck you, man. Go burn in flames. But it wasn't a sexual thing. He's a pathetic asshole who can't get a real woman in real life.
part
because he's-
sexual, I'm sure, but it's,
well, it's
mostly
part sexual,
power.
but he's an ugly fat fuck who can't get a woman in real life, right? Okay, but he
Even
has
with money.
power, so he uses his power to fulfill his.
But the
carnal
crazy thing is
desires.
he's got a wife that's hot.
No, he can get any woman he wants with that money,
Well,
like
because-
most women. I
Well, of
bet.
course.
You
Not
think
most
she
women, but
fucking
most women
touches
who are
him?
like that.
Probably not.
But he
He
just
comes
gets off
on,
I
on
don't
he
those.
goes,
know,
"Give
man.
me
I watched
money,
a nice
asshole."
documentary on sugar daddies, and like
Yeah.
these women would go out and it's like they would just purposely do this stuff, you know, to just pay their college and everything.
Right?
Good for them.
Yeah, I'm
Good
cool.
for them.
If they're cool with it, I'm fucking cool with
You know
it,
what?
man.
She wants to be a doctor.
If they're cool with it, it's not a victimless. It's a victimless crime if they're cool with it. To me,
I don't know.
It's
I
not
think
some societal,
you should keep your
systematic
hands
thing.
to
It's just
yourself.
it's one of the oldest professions in the book, right? Is it not?
And on the topic of history, no one should be surprised by this
No.
sexual assault in Hollywood.
No.
No, everybody. I
Since
mean,
the
like
dawn of time.
How many
since
people
the
said
dawn
like,
of
"Oh, I heard
Hollywood.
rumors, I heard this and that."
the casting couch.
Yeah.
Right.
The cat. I mean, everybody.
Oh, that's empty.
What?
It just fell over.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble.
BWRUN, beer on.
I don't know. It's just I never
Huh?
treated a woman.
We're
bad.
absolutely still recording. Is that going to be a copyright infringement?
No, I'm just.
There's a lot of empty chairs. Everybody had to pee.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, with the sexual, and it's, but that's also a problem. How do you solve it? Because it's going to be like when we go in and we take over this country, and then we put this other person into place, or we don't. There's this power vacuum, and shit just goes corrupt, fucking like that. Like the next fucking Harvey Weinstein's just going to fucking take over. So how do we prevent that? Is it just that everybody has such more of a platform these days that they can actually they feel comfortable that they won't get blackballed in the industry or what have you, that they can come out against these assholes that are doing this shit?
Yeah, social media has given people a voice without making them a target. So they can speak, they can garner support from other people who have been victimized without, risking as much of being
Right.
outcast, I think.
Yeah. And to put it crudely, I think the real reason why, yes, men get sexually assaulted too, but why it's really a more serious problem with women is because 9 times
'Cause
out of
that
10,
happens
if you look
more.
at it, if we wanted to fuck them, we could, like, physically overpower them and do it. 9 times out of 10.
I
Like,
mean,
you're not
I-
doing that to Ronda
I don't
Rousey.
know.
She'll probably beat your face in. But she'll probably rip your fucking arm off.
Ronda
But
Rousey.
the average smaller woman, I mean, there's several different things that classify males and females that are very different.
Biological
Lots of
characteristics.
biological characteristics. Thank you for putting the verbiage in my head. Appreciate that. I'm very bad at that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the underlying thing. Like that's why we gotta let off. Because really, I mean, have you ever felt really like backed into the corner, threatened by a woman? And if you have, then maybe
Brian
you have.
did by the big black woman.
But you could have got away from that situation if she tried to fuck you.
I did one time. She
Yeah.
was like a fucking gorilla, man. Jesus Christ.
It was literally a gorilla.
Oh, she was literally like 6'3", man.
But
I
if you
was
wanted
like,
to get away, you could have, right?
And the worst part
You could
was
have palmed her in the fucking nose,
the,
right?
the worst part was the guy was like, "Man, I've been working here 10 years and ain't nobody propositioned me." He was all sad about it.
Right. How about how many fucking times you see hot fucking teachers sleeping with fucking 16 and 17-year-olds? How come that wasn't around when we were
I
fucking
don't know.
kids, man?
oh, it was.
Hey.
We just weren't pissing and whining
We-
about it.
I tried so hard, dude.
Right.
I tried so hard.
We're all going, you fucked the hot teacher? Excellent! You know, I mean,
Dude,
there was, yeah.
Go into that class and be like,
I
Yeah.
tried with Mrs. Palazzotto. I took German class.
she was cute.
And I flunked out of German. And then I
I asked her, I'm flunking, is there anything I
asked for
can
private
do?
tutoring.
I took French the
Is there
next.
after school shit we can do or something?
I took French.
After hours.
I took French the next year, and I flunked out of that. And she was like, "Well, I guess I don't have to put up with you next year since you flunked out of both languages." And then I had her for study hall, and she was pregnant. And I still tried.
Yeah,
No shame.
I see
Mrs.
these.
Wanger. Oh my
Hey,
God.
we gotta be soft on that, so she might actually listen to this. I fucking love her to death, and I know you do too.
man.
Yeah, she's a
Mrs.
very.
Wanger.
Hey, it's Ruth Lavery these days. It's Ruth
I
Lavery.
see these things with these boys who are like,
Another, yeah, we can call her Ruth now because we're adults.
by my teacher.
I remember 5th grade
And I'm
class,
like, there is no.
I know we went to her
sexual
house at one
sexual
time.
like,
yeah, for the pool party.
Now
Yeah.
she looked like a warthog.
I mean, she invited the
300
kids to the pool
pounds.
party at her
Different
house.
story there, but you know.
Props to you, Miss Wanger. Hope you're still rocking.
Ruth Lavery, you're the shit.
Like if the
But yeah,
Barnes,
Miss Wang. Yeah.
if the Barnes was propositioning you, you'd be like,
Oh no.
I can get away from the barns. I can run.
Dude, she smelled so.
Oh shit!
Dude, I remember playing. What was that? Oregon Trail, and she would come over and just freaking
Dude,
stink like
Brian
almighty
Morpheus.
hell.
I gotta do this right now. Sorry.
God,
You know one of the Peggy Barnes stories where like I knew she was our computer teacher, and then like this one day we just called a taxi and randomly got picked up by a person. It was Peggy Barnes. And I told you that story.
Yes.
Morpheus was the dude with me. You remember that shit? We were getting picked up from the Centennial. Is it Centennial Park in Valpo? We got picked up by a cab. We were underage. We were actually calling on a payphone. We were calling 1-800 numbers.
She was just looking for young boys at the
There was this callback number that you would call this 1-800 number. It was like a sex line. And we were on a fucking park payphone. Hang up, they'd call back, and we would just fucking be talking to doing sex acts. I mean, not doing sex acts, but like
Sex
fucking
acts
with.
with Peggy Barnes.
But I'm telling you, we had to call a
Like
cab.
a barnyard fucking feature. Or
Morpheus, you don't
something, man.
remember this? We had to call a cab. It was definitely you with me, and we got in the cab. It was none other than Peggy motherfucking Barnes, dude.
Must have been really fucked up.
We probably had just discovered weed or something, man.
I
We
guess-
were just all high in the park or something. I don't know what the fuck we were doing.
You know, in a lot of ways, you know,
We were at a house, probably.
For as much shit is like, we get the Barnes. I guess who was
She's a nice lady.
when I was talking to
She
somebody.
smelled like
Well, yeah, she let herself go like really downhill. I guess before.
I don't know. I
Where
never
the
knew her
fuck
when she
is
was
she
uphill.
ever? Yeah,
Right.
That bitch was never at the top of the mountain.
And I don't know her. I didn't know her from beforehand or whatever.
I
it is,
didn't
but I
know her
guess
at all.
I don't know if it was like her husband died or some
She's
bullshit
as
like
big as
that.
that fucking Corolla.
You know, I don't know if it was like her husband died or something like that. Like she was actually like normal sized person, like
Really?
all proper stuff like that. And like it was either like
Depression or
her
something.
husband died or something like that, and she ended up like after that like just turning into the fucking
Little Debbie's alcohol.
exactly.
That's
And
probably what it was.
yeah, and so she went like completely
Oh,
like
vodka.
whole fucking Graf Zeppelin bullshit on everybody and turned into the human hamburger and
That was definitely me and you, though, Morpheus. We must have been hanging out, like, maybe what was that one kid's fucking house in Valpo right there that we used to fucking hang out once in a while?
Tony Garza?
Maybe we were at his fucking house, we left there, and it was definitely Peggy Barnes that picked us up in the
Tony
taxi.
Garcia.
That's
But yeah,
fucking
she
hilarious.
fucking man, she had the funk.
For real,
Yes,
though,
she
she
is.
was always nice, and rest in peace. You know, she's
She was
fast, right?
nice, but man, she was just a fucking.
We
Fucking
should
heart
add-
attack, probably.
Can we add, hey, Jake, from Apple, I know you're still listening.
Jake gave her the low shit.
Jake, can you add Brian Morpheus to Barn Spotters on Facebook? It's a group we have. Barn Spotters.
We even have a poster.
Yeah. Yeah, can you pull a picture of Morpheus and put another character
I'll
in the
put another character on the poster.
Yeah, man.
Oh God, yeah, oh man,
Rest in peace, Peggy.
yeah.
You taught me how to play Oregon Trail and Odell Lake.
You
like
weren't
no
a bad
other.
person, but Jesus Christ,
You taught me don't try to eat
gave
the
us
otter.
many. You gave us many a laughs
Or nightmares.
or nightmares. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think she was a bad person. I just
And
she was somebody who let herself get consumed in more ways than one.
I don't know about if she got consumed, but she definitely consumed a lot of shit.
Yeah. That's,
Well, also, you don't know this, that she used to work at fucking Taco Bell with these
no,
guys.
I know. I worked there.
No,
at the
no,
time.
I'm saying Brian
Oh,
Morpheus
yeah.
doesn't know. At that Valpo Taco Bell, he used to work with like him and Jake and Beal, Peggy Barnes.
So there was this like drive-through belt. Like they would put this belt on. There was this little battery pack with a thing you would push the button to speak into it. Yeah, right. Well,
I did my career at McDonald's.
We've
Right.
all been through a drive-through.
Right. Well, this belt got big, man. I mean, you could lasso a fucking horse with it, type of thing. But she was so big, she had to like sling it around her fucking neck because it wouldn't go around her goddamn waist because she was so goddamn big, man. And Jake would just be like, "Shit, holy shit! Look at that shit! She can't." I mean,
No, Jake was an asshole,
Jake
man.
was-
oh, he
Back.
was brutal to her. He was brutal, and I thought I was like a fucking mean son of a bitch sometimes.
And you met Jake.
And Jake especially when it came to her, I don't know why. Nothing against you, Jake, because I laughed as much as you did.
Oh, man.
So
we all love Jake.
yeah, and I laughed at all this shit, but he just fucking he was brutal with her, man.
Real quick,
Yeah.
two months ago today, I met up with Jake in Atlanta, Georgia. We were driving to South Carolina, and we stopped at this gas station to get gas. And right at the exit was Barnesville, and we talked to this service station. We were with this 20-year-old girl. We were quizzing her about Barnesville, and she got all snooty. She's like, "There's a college there, but I don't go there to Barnesville." It was really funny.
It's like nobody understood. Nobody understood. It was like one of those things. Yeah.
Who's the mayor of Barnesville?
Jake wanted me to drive 20 miles to Barnesville just so he could check in on Facebook.
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, come on, we need to
No,
get to the beach.
that's Jake. That's Jake. That's Jake. I appreciate that kind of stuff, though. You know, yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I remember he sent me that fucking train spotting poster, and he's like, "Can you do something with this?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm at work right now." And then I'm like,
So
"Wait."
yeah, I got plenty
And
of
then
time.
I'm like, "Oh, I'm at work. I can fuck around with anything." And I started doing it. And I put all our faces on all the people and turned it all into stuff like that. Yeah, that was fucking great.
Anyway, Peggy Barnes, for any random listener,
Rest her soul.
is first in my life elementary computer teacher,
Same here.
which was essentially maybe a bit of word processing and playing Odell Lake and Oregon Trail.
I don't remember Odell. I just remember.
And
Oregon
then
Trail.
she fell off from
I
the
get,
teaching
like,
He
gig.
died of dysentery.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah. The only part fun was hunting. It's like going out and killing random with
Rabbits
little
and
white dots.
Maybe every once in a while you got a deer.
Once in a while, and a bear once in a while too. And then
How much
after
would we try
that,
bear?
she was a Taco Bell employee with Mike, the other co-host, and Jake, who will eventually be on, and Beal, who was on the first podcast.
I almost feel.
And then the
bad
random
for
taxi
this.
ride. She was also a taxi driver.
I almost feel bad.
Definitely
for
Peggy
this 'cause
Barnes,
I was
Brian.
a fucking dick to her. No.
It's all right.
We should go up to Canada and go hunting bear.
I'm good.
Stop
Love
beaver.
Canada.
Just to try it.
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I guess bear could kill
Oh
me.
no, we were just talking about bear the other day and how great it was to eat. I've
Yeah,
had
kill
bear.
me.
We'll fly up there. We'll take a couple 50 cals up there with us. And
Wonder how bad the fucking eagles are killing the bears right now.
eagles are awesome. I like going ice fishing up north because then the eagles like all like swoop around and you throw fish at them and they like fucking take all your like shitty fish that you pull out of the thing. It's like you're like, "Oh, I got a 6-inch perch here," and then the eagle comes swoops down and fucking takes your perch.
I love Canada. I see your plate right there.
Northwest Territories.
I got 3 provinces left up there.
I'm going
He's
to.
gonna blur that out for the podcast.
I'm gonna ride up to Alaska one of these days on the motorcycle.
Hit
But
me
I
up. I'll
wanna
go.
Plane.
I want to
Dude,
go, like we were
plane.
talking Alaska the other
Someone's
night.
from
wanna do
Arizona.
that?
would
got-
totally do
I
that.
got-
Okay, because I want to do where I ride up through Canada, come up through, and then I'll come back. Actually, take the ferry.
I'll
down
drive behind
to,
you in a nice
Wa-
heated car with that massages me while
We
we're
would
doing
go in
it.
August. A third of the miles from my KTM are from an Alaska trip, so I want to go again.
Excellent. Okay, I'll hit you up, man. Yeah, seriously.
I'd be
I'd
willing
fucking-
to do that,
I keep
too.
meaning. I keep talking. My wife, she's like, "Why don't you just fucking do it then? You know, if you always want to go up there." And I'm like, "No, I don't just want to go up there. I want to ride up there."
Do it, man. I got my passport. I'm ready to rock.
You got a motorcycle?
No, but I got a car. It's heated.
Oh, you got an iron cage.
That's
Hey,
okay.
Jerry.
I like seatbelts. You don't want me like I have a need for speed, but my thing is like I like seatbelts.
Well, then I'll throw a spare tire in the back of your car. And,
No, I'll.
Yeah, he could be our
I
equipment
could throw.
car.
Yeah, I could
Exactly.
throw tools.
We
and
could do like.
parts
Do you ever
and-
see Long Way Around
Yeah.
with it? Oh, I
Ewan
love
McGregor.
that fucking
Yeah.
thing, man. That was like one of the things I remember when it came out. I kept watching it, and I'm like, boy, this is I would so love to do that. I remember they're going through like Mongolia, you know, and they're like going through all these like mud trails and stuff like that. And I'm thinking most people would be sitting here looking at this, going,
These guys are
"That's got to be terrible." And I'm like going.
It's probably the best time of
I
your
would
life.
so love to do that
Trip
right
of a
now,
lifetime.
man. God damn. I love that kind of shit.
podcasts, bringing people together who don't usually hang out. For
Well,
an
we
Alaska
live in
trip.
Arizona, you know, I mean, shit. No, seriously, I'll hit you up for the Alaska trip, man.
I want to
Definitely.
go Alaska, man.
Well, then
I'm
you
all
can
about that.
follow behind.
Wally
I'm-
Wally and all that up there.
I keep wanting to do the motorcycle ride up there.
I don't want to hit them big towns like Anchorage. I want to go to them freaking little itty bitty towns and
White Horse.
yeah.
White
Yellowknife
Horse.
and-
Yeah.
See
Well,
the
no,
Northern
Yellowknife's
Lights.
in Northwest Territories.
I want to be up
yeah.
there for the Northern Lights, you know, where freaking the sun never sets during
Yeah,
certain
okay.
times.
Or go all the way up to
Or it's
Prudhoe
either
Bay
dark
up there
or
on the
off.
fucking North Slope. Yeah. You have to do that in the summertime because you ain't getting up there in the winter.
Not a
Further
now
side-
a snowmobile.
Well, I could fly up there. Could rent an airplane, go take off, go fly up there.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Is that Best Ballast Point,
Left.
isn't it? Is that
You're
grapefruit
this
sculpin?
fucking weird one.
Ballast Point, dude. I was
I've
at
had the
that brewery.
grapefruit.
Yeah.
which is
Grapefruit
wicked.
Sculpin's good.
I've been at that brewery.
Yeah, cool
Yeah.
brewery.
I'm going
Yeah.
there next year.
Ballast Point.
going to
It's
San Diego
Indra
in April.
Canindra. It's fucking weird, guys. You guys like Thai food?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You might like this beer.
Oh, that's got that spice in it, whatever you had last
It's
time.
it's
Cayenne.
universe.
it's a Ballast Point. I can't pronounce that name. Limited release India style export stout. Stout with madras curry, cumin, cayenne, coconut, and kefir. Or kefir lime? Kefir lime? No, it's not like the kefir, like yogurt, fucking milk
Oh.
shit.
Keep yourself.
It's like Kaffir lime.
Kiefer?
Kefir lime, maybe? Who
This
fuck
is a
gives
lot
shit?
better
Let's-
since
Try it.
I'm dealing
Let's
with
drink
the
that shit.
life.
It is.
Shut the fuck up. Let's drink it.
All I kept thinking when he left, I was like, I hope he's getting more beer.
Took a very long piss, and then I was like, oh, we got that other beer.
There, like I said,
Totally right.
That sounded like shit.
I'll message you and get you up on that.
Whoa,
Finish it here.
wait a minute.
Oh.
I got 4 states left, and Alaska's one of them.
Well, that's one of my states left too.
Well,
That Hawaii
I gotta-
and
I got Alaska, Hawaii, Maine, and Wyoming. And then I've seen all 50.
actually, I have a buddy who lives in
I've
Wyoming.
been to
I
Puerto
need to
Rico
go-
too, so I got the
He
51.
just
first
moved out
state.
there to Wyoming. He just got a job.
I got 3 Providence left in Canada.
Okay.
I got about 3 more countries left in North America.
I do want to hit Newfoundland up like the East Coast.
Not
I've been-
Newfoundland.
Did you say
Not
3 more
provinces,
countries
it's
left in North
provinces.
America?
It's provinces, but yeah,
Did you say 3 more countries left in North America?
Yeah, that's all 3.
What?
We caught that. 3 more countries in North America?
Yeah.
What do you
There are
mean, man?
3.
No, you got like Guatemala. You
That's
got.
central.
That's
That's
central.
central.
It's
not its
still
own
North
continent.
America.
It's
Central
North
America.
Panama is
It's
North
Central.
Well, yeah,
America.
We passing them.
Oh, no, I don't know. I thought we were all going to keep their same glasses,
Alright.
but whatever.
But-
We've been
well,
mixing
no,
it in.
actually-
So we're sharing cooties.
Actually,
We're planning
con-
Alaska trips.
continentally-
You better be ready to bond.
That all is considered North America.
I consider it Panama Canal North America.
Oh man,
Fucking
Get
weird,
this.
huh?
oh God, about to get your mind blown.
Oh,
Tastes like a cinnamon factory. Not that I tasted
Cinnamon
one of those.
explosion in your mouth.
Look at that unfiltered shit.
whoa.
Yeah, you're going to get the brunt of that, Morpheus.
All right.
Me too, though.
I actually like that because
myself
it's
a
got
little
like
bit
a
more.
lot of. I have a terrible taste of sense and smell. That actually.
Listen, we're getting to the bottom of the barrel here.
Woo!
Like they need any more promotion.
This is one of the more unique beers I've ever tried.
Yeah, weird, huh?
I like Ballast Point.
Hey, guess what, guys? You're all going to have heartburn. Sorry.
I'll bring you back some Ballast Point in April.
Cool.
I'm going out there, so
Are you? Flying?
yeah, for work.
You flying?
Yeah, on a
Yourself?
commercial.
San Diego.
No, you
Yeah,
bitch.
San Diego.
Try Strauss.
Go to Seal
I've been to
Beach.
Strauss.
Isn't
The,
it the
wi- the,
shit?
wife, the wife and I went to Carl Strauss the one night. We got on the little, we
What?
wanted to pass on the little metro thing, right? So
What?
we're zooming around
Oh, yeah,
San
yeah.
Diego, and we're like, oh, there's a brewery here, Carl Strauss. Now, my wife doesn't drink like stouts or anything like that.
But she tried the one with the Ethiopian coffee beans, and that's one of the best beers I've ever had. That's the
And she
shit.
goes there, she gets this bomber of this shit, and here's my wife. She's like sitting there drinking this thing up, and she's like, this is so good.
It's
And I'm
so
just like,
good.
it is good. I'm like, yeah, that was one of the best things out there.
I
Was
had that
Carl
with
Strauss,
shrimp
yeah.
and grits there. Oh,
Nice.
What
Get
is
out.
this?
Strauss,
Carl
Strauss,
Strauss Brewery in San Diego.
downtown. It's from 1989. It's-
Man, I never
Yeah.
went there. I hung out down at Seal Beach when I was there.
Okay, yeah, there's the gas lamp district and gaslight and all that stuff like that. But yeah, this is like a little bit. If you take it's just right on the edge of downtown, up on that northwest side of San Diego.
It's 4 blocks from
Like-
the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh,
right,
yeah,
I used
like
to stay
Seal-
right next to it. 500 West Broadway is a
Okay.
hostel
Cause
that
like-
they turned into a hotel.
Nice.
Used to be a YMCA.
I partied
I
down
went to the
there.
aircraft carrier too because we were just wanted to dink around on it. That was cool actually too.
We would go down to Seal Beach all the time right there. And
Yeah.
like,
I was staying at the Marina and Regatta right there on the fucking harbor or whatever. It was.
I worked at that, god damn it, what was that prison there?
Are you moving prisons overseas, kid?
No,
Are
no,
you sure you weren't in it?
He was shut down.
no, I was in it. I was in it.
No.
Oh, never mind.
No, in it. Like,
Like,
You were working in it?
Not
It's
in it
like,
somewhere.
I didn't get a DOC number.
oh, okay.
It's a
But
good
like
thing.
everybody there, they were like, "Oh man, you gotta go down to Seal Beach. You gotta go down to Seal Beach." Because like the carrier's there, and then you like.
they were
you
trying to escape.
Take me with you.
God God damn it, what the fuck was it? Terminal Island. is where-
Okay, yeah.
Terminal Island's like north of freaking San Diego, right there in between LA and all that stuff. We were staying right there at a hotel, right like literally right across from the carrier, like you were saying. And man, I had a great fucking time,
That's
dude.
fun.
The best fucking food. Like I would go down there and these Chinese guys, because they had the famous Japanese, like on that
there's a red
Terminal
car.
Island, they would have the Japanese shrimp boats.
Who's
Is this like a surprise guest that's pulling
I don't
in?
know.
Surprise guest is Ricky Wolftown. You named Ricky
No,
Wolftown.
when we go there, we're gonna stay there, and I think we're gonna get a motorcycle because I'm not gonna be trailering mine out. We're
Hit
gonna
up the West
get a
Coast,
motorcycle and go right up the
all the
coast,
way
all
up.
up to San Francisco, and then fly back from
Nice.
there. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Dream trip.
We're gonna get a gold wing and just because I got the wife
Gotta
with me,
have
so
something
I gotta have
reliable,
some.
of
I gotta
course.
have. Well, I just have
You don't
something that
want no
she's gonna
Harley.
be comfortable on, or else I gotta listen to her whine the whole time because.
Take that scooter.
If I get the ST for that many miles,
Take the scooter.
the scooter. It's her scooter, not mine. Yeah. No, I think we're gonna go all the way up to San Francisco and then fly back from San Francisco.
Nice. There's a lot of places to rent with bikes.
So I gotta ask, since you're from Arizona, do you like not do these podcasts that often because you have to come into town?
I grew up 5 miles from here.
Okay.
I'm 30, US 30.
Did you go to Wheeler High School?
Yeah.
Okay, my wife Tina didn't.
His hair was a lot more blonder.
Yeah.
It was blonder
But-
back then.
Mike said I was looking forward to this, and I was, because I never come back here. So I listed
Yeah.
niece's birthday, mom's birthday, Thanksgiving. But yeah, I was looking forward to this. So,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I'm
So he does these podcasts normally without you.
yeah.
It's just
It's usually just him and him.
yeah.
Right.
You know, we
Mike
sit
and
there.
Mike.
Yeah.
And then,
Mark,
and
that's
then
the
Bill,
name.
Bill joins us for bear stuff, but
Can we just come and get drunk and join your podcast? Me and Brian over here.
Yeah, but usually they talk about the Bears. And I don't.
we're so laid back
Same
about
here.
stuff. We're just like whatever.
We'll be
wanna
guest
talk.
celebrities.
There's no taboo on this podcast, and there's him and I are both just at the point where we're like.
Fuck it.
We're gonna
Yeah,
share
fuck
the
it.
shit out of this.
It,
That's
it,
what
does,
we-
it doesn't matter whether you agree with us or disagree with us or whatever it is. It's cool. If you want to come here, drink beer, and just
Well, thank
fucking
you.
bullshit,
Welcome,
it's
gentlemen.
cool.
Yeah.
man. It's fucking
It was
cool.
nice meeting
It's
you
not-
guys.
yeah.
So
No,
my wife asked me what I did all morning. I'd be like, "Go on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can watch the
look up mics with
I was
mics
literally
and
just drunk all morning.
It's well documented.
You'll see a bunch of guys talking for
She's
a
gonna
long,
ask me.
long time.
She's gonna ask me what I do all morning. I'll be like,
See, I
"Well,
knew I should have went to because like I'm like 8 miles from Michigan. I knew I should have freaking
Well,
grabbed some
it
more
was.
beer.
It's like my wife. She's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I said, "She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, just watch this." And she's like, "Oh,
This is
fuck." She's
stupid
like,
as
"Fuck
fucking
this."
thing
She's like,
I've
"Go
ever
do what
seen."
you're gonna do." She's like, "I don't even want to be bothered."
No,
with
the
this
best is
anymore,"
my wife-
you know?
Invited ease though.
my
Yeah,
wife said,
exactly. I'm not out screwing some, $5 hooker at the
drugs
fucking
or-
iron
No, the
skillet
best
up
is-
there or
my,
something.
That was her
the famous
suspicion.
iron skillet.
No, it wasn't. But she was just like curious. She's like, "What are you guys
Been there
doing?"
for hours.
And she was like, "Oh God, this is terrible." She's like, "Whatever." She's like, "Just do what you're
"Well, that's
gonna
okay."
do."
Me and my buddy, we would always get drunk, just smoke cigs in his car, and she'd be like, "What the hell do you guys sit out there and talk about for 3 hours?" I'm like, "Celebrities, horror movies, random bullshit, like whatever."
I mean, that's really what it is. I think too many people take their podcast seriously, and I think that's one nice thing with Mike and I is we're just like,
That's not an issue.
whatever. If you want to watch it, And if people like it, fine, fuck it, let them watch it. And if they are entertained by it, cool, that's cool. If you don't like it and you don't like what we have to say, oh well, who gives a shit?
We're still getting drunk either way.
It's an excuse for guys to hang out.
Pretty
and
much.
just- or even if girls want to join and give their 2 cents, this is not.
Listen, I don't want to
This
invite
is
my, I don't want to invite my
sexist
wife.
podcast by any
No,
stretch
you
of
don't
the
want
meaning.
his wife.
Or your wife. Come on.
It's just
She'd
about
be
having a
trying
good
to
time,
buzzkill,
really.
too.
I know.
And for some reason,
I
people
told her
like to
too,
watch
man.
vicariously, like other people. I don't get it, but they do.
What up? What up?
Hi.
You
We
joined.
got Ricky Wolftown here. Ricky Wolftown. I don't know if I have another chair.
No, you're good, man. I'm not trying to get into it. I'm just
You're more than welcome to. There's a whole
right now,
fucking
man.
party going on.
Part of
So.
this.
observing.
His actual name's Enrique Villalobos. But since I know a little bit of Spanish, I'm going to call him Ricky
We thought he was
Wolftown.
bringing beer.
Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, should have made that. Should have made that part of the ticket deal. Case of beer.
Well, luckily you guys aren't watching that fucking global thing going on right
Are the Bears getting killed?
now. It's pretty bad.
What's the score? What's the score?
Ooh, this is a spicy.
Is it like 36?
24-0.
Oh, 24 nothing. Excellent.
Oh my god, this
nothing.
is spicy.
Good.
Sorry,
What the hell?
I'm sorry, but
It's
what
like a
else to
taco
do
and
with
a
the
beer.
Bears?
They're going against the best team in the NFL.
It doesn't matter. It's the fucking Bears.
I just wanted to know how bad the ass pounding was.
Started off good, man.
Did they use lube or did they not? You know,
I'm gonna
I
have
mean,
an
that's
ass
the
pounding
question.
after this beer. This is
That's the,
Yeah, you are.
this is
Yes,
the
you
biggest spicy. It's like a taco and a beer. Like, this is not good.
This was the joke of the podcast. This beer, by the way.
This beer is not good. I'm sorry. If you got it for free, it was great.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
drink
weird.
it if
Anyone
you
try
want.
it?
I'll drink
No.
You like Indian food?
No.
You would not like it.
I like
Curry
spicy
away.
things, so.
You kind of like it, yeah.
It's just a little spicy.
I go to the Indian restaurant when I get a chance. So.
I like it. I just make sure I'm near a toilet.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
Great
I
going
go
down.
there and I go straight home, so I know I got my throne. You know.
Yeah.
You still got a 2-hour drive, buddy.
Yeah, I'm
I got a
good.
3-hour flight.
Oh, you got a 10-hour flight. What you get
Hey,
to
you got
customs?
you got an almost 2-hour drive probably because everyone else is be doing the same thing you are, and
Yeah, you're gonna be in the car.
Yeah,
3 hours
Sunday
flight.
after Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Oh
You're gonna be
shit!
fighting for
Are you
that
flying
20.
on a
your
midway
flight,
or
man.
air?
You got one of those speedy things where you
Yeah.
go right through?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on the
That was
toilet.
one of the best things I ever bought, man. It was just like have that security check and then just go right through customs, right through all that
Oh, I
shit.
thought you meant on the iPass.
Oh no! I'm talking
Oh, I
to the
remember-
No,
airport.
I don't have that.
I refuse to pay the government for a fucking a quick check thing at the fucking TSA.
I'm sorry,
thing.
no. When you
Nah,
fly like
when you
fucking
fly
30,
enough,
40
it's worth
times
it.
a
I
year,
do.
I mean, like shit.
Oh
it
wait,
was-
I fly myself usually.
That's right. Oh, Mr.
Listen, we
Pilot
don't all
here.
have a plane.
He can go from
Hey,
Chicago
whatever,
to
man. For
Cleveland.
about
Watch out.
$500, I can go to LaPorte and get my pilot's license. Just go through a little bit of training.
For
And
500?
I don't want you to
Damn,
kill
you
me.
got a deal compared to me.
That's shit. My old man started doing it for a while, and then we had these grand visions of buying this fucking plane. I was
I
like,
think you can only fly in LaPorte with that license.
That's
Yeah.
why
Get around it.
It's a nice
It's a select
What's a
area.
nice
Just in one of those
airport?
little planes, so it's like it looks like a fucking.
I know,
plane around.
contact.
Oh yeah.
Those
one
people
of
turn
those
around.
ultralights that has the fucking paraglider wing on.
Right.
Or
With the
whatever it is.
Volkswagen engine in
Yeah,
the front,
exactly.
you know, like the little joystick.
Shitty little Rotax 920 fucking buzzing away on top.
I tell you what, planes are cheap actually, you know, for like
Okay, I don't know what plane you're looking at.
Auto Trader.
I'm pretty sure you're in the wrong magazine.
I have a 1988 Plymouth Horizon with a couple wings stapled on it. It flies
If
good.
you go fast enough and hit a bump,
Exactly.
you might be able to
Hey,
fly.
I'll tell you what. I worked at BP Jet Oil Refinery, and like all your commercial airplanes and shit like that. It doesn't. All they ever do is like when a plane comes in, they never change the oil. They just always top it off.
Yeah.
They never change it. The only one that changes all the oil is the government. Because like when we went in there, and like a little quart of that shit is like $40 or some shit. And like,
Because it seeps out the seams and it gets burned off actually in the thing, so they just
but
replenish
they
it.
never ever change. They just top it off and boom, you're good for another few thousand miles.
Yeah.
Boom, you're never.
Because
I mean,
it never gets worn enough. It just seeps out.
But it just pisses me off that they can make an oil that can sustain all that for jet engines, and I gotta take this fucking bullshit Cadillac in every 3,000 miles. And the timing chain on that thing, I've had that engine pulled 3 times, and now the timing chain's still fucking stretching. It's only got fucking 90,000 miles on it now.
You got a fucking lemon, man.
But his
I know
wife wanted it.
my wife bought it.
Well, your first mistake.
Yeah, I know, and
Last time I let my wife buy a car.
Exactly. I was in Buffalo, New York, and I said, look, just keep it like $400 a month, whatever, like that. And she walked in and said, well, my husband says as long as we keep it at this, okay, a $20,000 car got jacked up to like $30-something fucking $1,000 instantly. I hate that fucking thing. Anybody out there in the freaking interweb, I'll give you $1,000. You burn this
I just bought a
motherfucker.
new car. I'm happy with it. I
What is it? What is it? Oh yeah, we talked about
See you
that.
guys.
I
Hey, Ricky.
love it too.
Very nice car. Very nice car. Those got dents in it already because my wife drives it in the fucking ghetto and the people out there are like, goddamn.
Who cares? It's a fucking German. I think it'll last forever.
I gotta get the dents taken out already.
Just
6
for clarity,
months
that
old.
wasn't some random drug deal or anything like that. That was just me getting rid of my Bears tickets for next weekend.
Nice.
Oh shit, you're
Who wants
serious?
Bears?
Oh no, we go to the Dominican every year, and they always play the
Oh
49ers
yeah,
on
I
this
forgot you
week.
said that.
Is it
So-
40, or is it
Did
Cleveland?
you see Humphreys again? Going to see Humphreys?
Going to the Dominican holidays.
What do you think about the ghetto in the Dominican?
Like I'm gonna go there, bro.
What
It's all
kind
You
of,
stay at the resort?
It's an all-inclusive resort. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah,
Not drink all their beer?
Why do you-
yeah.
That's like Puerto Rico. When I went to Puerto Rico, man, we stayed on this golf course, and like our townhouse was like right on the beach.
There is no Puerto Rico anymore, by the way.
I know, it all got freaking washed away.
I mean, this is a musical festival though, so you kind of gotta hang out to see all the
What,
fucking
what,
music.
what is Humphreys actually? What kind of music do they play?
I would call it.
Hippie jam band.
No, it's not that. I would call it progressive rock.
You would call it?
With
You seem
ele-
like
with-
80
I would call it
It is
progressive rock
jazz.
with hints of
Jazz.
motherfucking everything, with hints of metal sometimes, man.
Because they play a lot of freaking notes.
They
man.
have a lot of
It's almost
fucking
like
metal
jazz.
elements as well, man. A lot of element. I remember 2 years ago in Kalamazoo, they played my favorite song, Wizard Burial Ground, and the guitarist was like, "This one here's for Dimebag. I've seen him like 8 times in this very place. Dimebag." They just went into the fucking heaviest song. I was just like, "Oh yeah!" It brought me back to Pantera White Zombie, back in the day when we got dropped off as fucking little kids.
Yeah, my dad dropped. What is my dad dropped us off?
Yeah, your dad dropped us off, and my mom picked us up from the
15
Rosemont
years old.
Horizon. Then it was Pantera White Zombie, and Deftones was the opener.
I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I saw.
And of all the people I know, we're the only people who had floor tickets. Like Steve and them were up there.
I
Everybody
saw
was up.
Pantera at the
We're the only
Aragon
people that had floor.
Ballroom with Crowbar.
And Sean
I
Lennon.
got Jay Younger's guitar pick and
Yeah.
Rex's bass pick from
Yeah.
I
that.
saw them on the. What was it?
And I pissed on the floor right there because I was not leaving my spot.
It was it Cowboys from Hell tour?
No.
No, it was
No, I'm thinking-
it was
Great Southern Tranquil.
Yeah,
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 that's
that
what
was
it was.
afterwards. I'm thinking of the one I went to. It was at the Aragon Ballroom, and it was
Oh,
with a
that was
Crowbar.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Crowbar's the shit.
with Crowbar. Yeah. I
No,
remember
it was
that.
not. We sat there and we're sitting in line, and it was like a bunch of us. We're like 15 years old, and we're standing in line, and we're waiting, and some guy's like, "Hey, you want to smoke some weed or whatever it was?" And we're like, "Yeah." So we got like really fucking high with this guy, and then
And we saw Big Val. We saw Big Val,
some
didn't we?
random guy in line. You know, we're so young and stupid.
Where he
We
put
don't
the
even
cigarette in
fucking
his
know.
mouth?
We're just smoking whatever this guy's got. So then we're sitting upstairs at the Aragon Ballroom for Crowbar, and we're like, boy, those guys are big, and they're going to
Pussies.
eat their instruments because they're like a bunch of big guys,
Yeah,
you know?
Crowbar's fucking
Yeah.
stoner doom heavy.
But I remember, so it was in the intermission between Crowbar and Pantera. Some guy, he'd been screaming. He was up on the fucking balcony. He's like, Pantera, the whole time. And all of a sudden, so my friend Chad and I, we went down on the floor because the other two guys were like, we're just going to stay up here. We're like, well, dude, fucking Pantera's playing. We're going to go down on the floor and go all the way up front.
Thank God.
We're 15, we're badasses.
Yeah, right.
We
Like,
got
find me a
this.
good seat
Right.
in
No,
beer
you
these
should figure
days.
when I went to go see 6 Feet Under, I got in that mosh pit, came out, and fucking I had braces on, and fucking I'm glad I had braces because my fucking teeth were all fucking knocked out.
It was wishful thinking, you know. We were kind of dumb. So we go down there. This guy jumped off the fucking balcony.
Damn.
He's like, Pantera! And jumps off the balcony. So then Chad and I were like, holy shit. Well, then the paramedics come rushing and stuff like that. Now, this guy, you could
Damn,
see
getting
his
hard,
fucking femurs
Oh,
like sticking out.
what?
He's on a gurney. They're trying to keep him down, but he keeps getting up. This guy
Same
had-
Pantera.
And the whole time he's
His
like,
legs are breaking.
"Pantera!" And we're like,
Definition of hardcore.
dude, your fucking femurs are going sideways.
Yeah, when
you
this
know?
adrenaline wears off, you are gonna be in a world of
No,
fucking
once
pain.
the PCP wears off, you're gonna. Yeah, exactly. It was just like, whoa. And then I got all the way up front of that show. I've been to a million hardcore shows. I've been to a million metal shows. I've been to, just all this shit. That was probably the show that I got beat to fuck out of the most out of
Pan
any
motherfucking
other
I'm
show.
sure.
That's
You
gnarly.
can pass that beer to him. He needs something. Woo!
It's tough, isn't it?
Oh, it's a little rough.
Because I remember sitting
He's
there.
like, I love it.
And we both got up front, and I mean, I was like right up against the stage.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Right
Phil
against the
Anselmo
rail,
was literally
getting
spitting
like,
on me, fucking, sitting there, and I'm just like, this is great. until I got out of there. And then I was like, I've
Oh.
been in a garbage compactor for the last 45 minutes.
Oh yeah,
I
dude, my
feel
ears
like
ran
hell.
for 3 fucking days.
Oh,
Yep.
It was
I'll never
brutal.
forget
Greatest
that show.
fucking time of my life.
Remember it when they opened up? They opened up the
Suicide Note Part
part
1.
one, and
Right
then they
to
dropped the
part two.
curtain. Wow, 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 wow. So badass.
The only
man.
band I never heard for 3 days was Ministry.
Yeah, he got to see Ministry,
Eric
man, back when
Ballroom.
they weren't even fucking cool, man. When they did like, what was that?
I went with an
Halloween?
ex-girlfriend. Every day is Halloween.
Every day,
was-
like
I saw him at the Radisson.
Yeah. Oh, you saw him at the Radisson back in the day. Have you seen the YouTube video? They released a YouTube video. recently.
There's a video called "In Case You Didn't Feel Like Showing Up."
Yeah.
Okay, and on there
You were there?
You can see me
God
hanging.
damn, you lucky son of a
You can see you
bitch.
hanging?
You can see a 12, 13-year-old kid hanging
That's you?
from the chain link fence up front
Damn.
because I was like, it was the second show I'd ever been to.
So was Beal there? I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
Beal,
just kidding.
Beal wasn't there. I went with a bunch of guys who were older than me, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go see Ministry."
Yeah, I didn't even know who
something
Now
like
the
Ministry
that.
fucking
was.
Ministry tickets
I
were like
did- I-
$70 fucking dollars.
I didn't know who
to see
Ministry
that.
was.
I
when
didn't
saw
either.
it.
I didn't either. I was
Yeah.
like, I was still like listening to like Anthrax and Metallica
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff like that. And they're like, "We're gonna go see Ministry," and I'm like, "Okay, this is cool." And so for some reason, my mom was like, "Oh, I trust them. I'll let you go with them or whatever it is." And we went to the Radisson Star,
That shit's on YouTube.
and she's
man.
like, and my mom's thinking, Radisson,
Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah,
it's gonna be
like,
family friendly.
yeah, exactly.
Ministry,
You know,
some Christian band.
right, or like some Willie Nelson-esque bullshit or whatever it is. I will tell you what, I am on that
Land of
video,
rape and
and
honey
if you
and
look
shit.
at one point when they pan the camera around, you will see a petrified 13-year-old kid hanging on his chain link fence going, "I'm gonna die."
That is awesome.
You might.
I'm gonna have to go watch that video again.
Yes.
That wasn't
It's
my
a-
plan.
Because they released it.
I mean, I had it back when I was in high school because I'd make fun of my friends. I'd be like,
No,
well,
it's
there
on
I am
YouTube,
right
dude.
there.
You haven't
Well, it's on
seen it?
YouTube now. I mean, I have the video at home.
I mean, well, you lived it. Why the fuck am I?
Yeah, why would you want
But,
to
but they released it later on because it was called "In Case You Didn't Feel Like Showing
Yeah.
Up" on VHS. And I remember we played it, and I'd be like, "There I am, right there. Look at that fucking retard right there." It's a 13-year-old kid going, "I'm gonna die" the whole
Hey.
time.
It was. I was scared for like the first 10
My-
minutes of Pantera, and I was like, I'm good. You know,
No,
I got,
man,
I got
right
busted
to
up a
the
little
front,
bit.
dude.
No, I
My
know.
first three shows, the first three shows
I was only like 3 rows behind you, but I just couldn't make it my way past there.
the first three shows I ever went to were Ministry.
Awesome.
It was Clash of the Titans tour with Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Alice in Chains opening.
I'm not mad at any of that.
Alice in Chains was terrible, by the way, at that thing.
Love Megadeth,
Because
I was
Megadeth,
Megadeth.
Megadeth was terrible. Not bad because.
They were all
Was Dave
no,
Mustaine
no,
fucked up at that time?
No.
Oh.
I liked Megadeth. They played well, but the sound was really fucked up at the time. They were having
hate
problems
that
with the
shit,
sound.
dude.
Right. But Anthrax was great, but then Slayer came on.
You know what sucks is when you spend $600 to see fucking Tool, you drive to fucking Detroit, and the sound's fucking
Hey, you know what's
Right.
nice? When you spend $15 to see Humphreys and the sound's amazing anywhere they go every time. Yeah.
Well, this was in Alpine Valley, and
I
then
didn't see no
Slayer.
$15 ticket for that. This shit was like $60 on that one.
Well, so this was the Clash of the Titans thing. So then Slayer gets on, and the sun was starting to go down because it started earlier, type of thing. And all of a sudden, they opened up because it was Seasons in the Abyss tour. They opened up with War Ensemble, and all of a sudden, from the lawn area where I was at, sod filled the sky. And
Oh, dude, that was like when I- that's
the
like
sky. The sky went black, and
Yeah.
all there was sod everywhere,
Yeah.
type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then the third concert I went to was Ministry again, in the Psalm 69 tour
Oh, that was
with Sepultura and Helmet
fuck, dude.
at UIC Pavilion.
I remember listening to that disc on Walkmans in elementary school with you, like when we were in the 6th grade or something. No, we were in high school, but I think we were in middle school.
So the
then,
first three concerts I went to were all like these like complete shitstorms, like where you're just like, holy shit. And I never wanted anything less.
Yeah,
after
that's a good
that.
way to get into it.
It was. I never wanted anything less after that.
My first concert was a Q101 Jamboree. And the
Did
only,
I go
only
with you?
thing,
Oh.
no, it was me, McAndrew, and Manny.
No, I went with you with something.
We probably went to one to get. I mean,
I
we've
went
been
to
to
one
several
with
concerts
you, and
together.
then I
but-
left in a limo with all the chicks.
Damn, what concert was that?
Yeah.
And why the fuck didn't you
When
take me?
Daniel Hallman was there, and like all them other.
Oh, I don't think I was there, man. Daniel
I
Hallman?
went to one of them fucking concerts.
Maybe we were at the same show but different groups or something like that.
Maybe.
But I mean, the only thing that saved this show was Faith No More was the closer. So it was like, okay, well that's
That had to
a
have been
that's a
like-
real concert. But I also had to see Sheryl Crow.
That had to have been like 95 or 96.
Yeah.
It was Q101 95 Jamboree. Yeah,
Because I saw
I was
Korn
14.
and shit.
I saw Faith No More
Korn was like
At
2
the-
Jamborees after,
at the Brawl Room in 92. It was
or maybe it was
Angel Dust tour.
96 that they played.
Was it
95 or 96. After that, I kind of fell off the wagon.
It wasn't
Just
95. 95 was like Funk Junkies, like Stone Roses, Sheryl Crow.
Stone Roses are good.
Stone Roses were like second to last, and they were not bad. Yeah, they were not
No,
bad.
Stone
But then
Roses
Faith No
were
More
good.
came on. I'm like, oh shit! Now this is a
You know what's
concert.
fucked up, dude?
Now this is my patent right here. And then I went out and bought every fucking disc I saw from Faith No More. I was like, oh, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that.
I just saw them in 2 years.
Love
I
them.
dropped
On the
hundreds-
fucking
Mr.
Soul
Bungle and
Invictus
shit.
tour, and that
I
was,
dropped hundreds of dollars to go
that
see
was
fucking
nice,
Foo
dude.
Fighters in Champaign like a couple
and
weeks
live,
ago.
it was
And the worst part
fucking
was
awesome.
like the fucking opening band was better than the fucking Foo Fighters.
Oh, you get that a lot of times in Bada. Like, especially a lot of those super
was the opener?
popular bands.
I don't know, some bands in fucking Britain, man, they put on a fucking hell of a show.
Portugal and the Man.
No, love them fuckers too. They're from Alaska. Dude lived off the grid forever.
Sounds awesome.
Like literally lived off the fucking grid. Like his dad like went to Woodstock and then fucking decided fuck it. This ain't the way to live and went up to Alaska and they fucking had no power, none of that shit, and they fucking did it. And then the guy writes lyrics that are fucking phenomenal. And then now they got this fucking Poppy album that everybody's fucking obsessed with, and it's just like, you guys suck.
Yeah. Get ready to, instead of seeing him at the Rib, now you're gonna throw the Aragon or the
No,
fucking
like I
Rosemounts.
took my daughter to go see him. We went to the Ghetto in fucking Detroit, and there was like 100 fucking people at the fucking show. This was like in February of this year, and then freaking we go to. I took the wife to the Vic. No fucking AC. The Vic or no, the
AC,
Riv.
the Vic?
The Riv. Get your fucking air conditioning fixed.
Last show I went there was in it was December 29th, so I was cool on
I went there and I took the old lady there and
I
shit
saw
like that.
Guar at the Vic.
So they went from
What
like
was that,
some
the Riv?
ghetto.
Oh, were you
ass place-
upstairs?
Yeah, I said.
Oh, if
I
you're
said-
upstairs, you're fucked in the Rib or the
Well,
Vic
if
or
I
any
go
other
downstairs,
theater.
there's 100 other motherfuckers,
I
and I
know.
got my body heat and fuck
Well,
that
no,
shit.
but all the heat rises, man.
I got
Come
the
on.
wife there, you know, she ain't
I
gonna be
know,
up in
I
a
know.
fucking.
Last time I was at the Riviera,
Yeah, that
I
wife
was
ain't going
upstairs
over
too.
there.
I was seeing Ride, and we just sat there and watched a fucking shoegazer band from upstairs. So
Not right.
And now they're playing at the Aragon, and I don't know, they're moving.
it's one of my
on.
guilty pleasures in life.
What's everybody's next concert they're going to?
Chevelle.
Chevelle, where at?
Grand Rapids, love Grand Rapids, much respect.
Where are you going to the new fucking venue?
20
What's it?
Monroe Live.
20 Monroe, new line.
Been
Yeah.
there 5 fucking times.
God
Love
damn,
that
it's only been
fucking
open
place.
like 3 months. What the fuck?
I know, I love that fucking place. Sounds good, good fucking beer, good people, man, great fucking downtown.
I'm pissed off because Corey Feldman was supposed to play at fucking Hot Shots.
I know,
That
we
guy-
were
Until he got busted.
Yeah.
Oh man. and
Now,
the
now he's got
Angels.
a now he's
Don't
got a
forget about
crowd.
the Angels.
Now he's got a
Danny's
crowd.
like-
Dude, I just want to see that train wreck in progress. That was like voted one of the worst albums ever of all time.
Did you see him on that fucking like when he did Today's Show?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I just want to see the train wreck.
I know,
That's all
I sent you the
wanna
fucking
see.
link.
Yeah, I was supposed to
Commander, you
go.
got anything lined up? As far as shows?
My next show would either probably be Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh,
Hell
and
yeah,
You're bringing it in. You're bringing it in. I was
Who
going
I've
to talk about
seen
Smoking Grooves, dude.
15 times. I've seen Earth, Wind, and Fire like 4 times. I love them. I know that's a little bit different than the music you guys are talking about, but that's my thing.
How about the Smoking Grooves tours?
I
We
think
went to
my first
2.
concert was with this guy. I think
Really?
that
That
was
was
one
your
of my
first
first.
show?
I didn't go to a show till I was like 15 or 16.
Cypress Hill, The Roots.
Yeah.
That was a badass show. Parliament
It was.
Funkadelic. Dude,
Yeah.
Smoking Grooves tours were awesome. And then we
Cypress
went to
Hill.
the other one with all the other people, Steve and Jeff,
Yeah.
and someone got stabbed.
Yeah.
Someone got
Sounds like
stabbed.
a
And
good
they,
time.
we were one of the first people, probably one of the first 100,000 to see the Black Eyed Peas, probably.
Yeah.
When they had Maya
And remember-
instead of whoever the fuck the girl
Fergie.
Fergie.
Well,
Fergie.
they didn't have Maya. We saw
Well,
Maya.
was well, no,
Yeah.
they performed together.
To this day, Maya is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in person.
She's a sexy
wow.
chick, man.
Fergie just likes
She's
to
a
pee
sexy
herself.
chick.
I would have never guessed that, and I've seen Maya. too.
Maya is
Those
gorgeous.
Smoking Grooves tours were fun, dude. How about the one was at like the nice pavilion place, and the next one was like in the fucking ghetto,
Hood. Yeah.
like in the hood.
I like the ghetto places, dude.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun.
I
Except
like
for when
when you
someone got
walk in there
stabbed, I
and
was
your
like,
fucking feet are like.
Last show I was at was Quicksand. I took my daughter to go see that, so that was pretty good.
yeah, they still play.
Yeah, they just put out a new album. They were fucking good live, man. They were really good live.
I don't doubt it.
They just got a new album coming out.
Quicksand?
Yeah.
It just came out here a couple weeks ago or whatever.
Cause I keep getting advertisements because I like them, and I keep getting advertisements on their new album coming
Yeah,
out.
they were great live. They were only down to a
Because they haven't
3
done it
piece,
in like
yeah.
forever.
Yeah. This is like 95 since they put out an album.
Sure, that sounded good.
I'm glad somebody could put out
It's
an
the
album
ball
in 10
quicker.
years.
Right?
Fuck you, Maynard.
Oh well, so Tool is Maynard and
No, Maynard. Hey, you're gonna have to give me $100 to come see your ass again.
Hey. You know what the problem is? We've just seen it too many goddamn times.
No,
I bet you like first or
the
second
problem
timers
is
are like,
the problem is I saw you when you actually fronted a band and put on a fucking show, and
So now he's going through the
so
motions.
now I just go there to watch music videos. And I
Basically.
have a fucking blacked out thing where they play music and I watch music videos and psychedelic stuff.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I'm sorry.
What was your best concert ever, Xander? What do you think?
When you guys were talking about Rosemont Horizon, I know this isn't your guys' brand of vodka, but
No, it's all good.
Ryan Beal and I were on the floor for Tribe Called Quest opening
Oh,
for the
Awesome.
opening for the
Oh.
Beastie Boys.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Tribe Called Quest, their name wasn't even on the ticket.
What was his name? Fifth or something from Tribe Called?
Piped up.
Five? Yeah.
And
I love
man.
Tribe Called Quest.
Dude, I know you guys have been to mosh pits and stuff. I weighed, this is 1997, 98. I weighed 180 pounds, about 50 less than I do now. Beal protected me during that show. There was times when my feet were not on the ground for 30 seconds. I wasn't used to that.
I've never
so
seen the Beastie Boys. That'd be the shit.
I saw them, and I saw them at Tibetan Freedom. They're wicked. I'm a fan for life.
Well, obviously.
I listened to them
You've
for years.
always been. You might have
Yeah.
turned me on to the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, they're wicked. So, that's probably my top show. You guys were also talking about Radisson, where my
Oh, it's
mom
sad.
retired
They're gonna tear it
from.
down.
You guys, by the way,
I
mentioned.
just saw Buddy Guy.
They're
there
tearing it
recently.
down.
Yeah,
This year.
my mom retired from the Radisson, and
That sucks.
my dad retired from NIPSCO, which you guys mentioned earlier in a negative connotation. But I saw George Clinton there with my dad, one of the coolest concerts
Oh, I
of
bet,
my
dude.
time.
I remember
Third
Nipsco
row.
signing in your front yard.
I know shit about P-Funk and all that. George
Oh,
Clinton.
I-
Dude, you got
They
George
brought down that
Clinton on
mothership.
Facebook?
I was like, what the fuck's
Yeah, yeah.
going on?
It's fucking hilarious,
The
dude.
man. Oh man, that's cool. You know, he's born in like 1943, so he doesn't have
I
much
know.
tours left in him.
I just
so-
saw Buddy Guy over there, and he's like 80-something years old, and people were getting thrown out of the concert for being too rowdy.
I believe it.
I was like, holy shit, dude. It was a great fucking show. Like, Kenny Wayne Shepherd opened up, which sucked. I mean, like, I was like, oh my god, here we go. And then, like, Buddy Guy came out and made it all fucking right.
Hmm?
Dude, like, literally,
guys
he
the
came
shit.
down, dude, he was playing a fucking song, talking about screwing women and stuff like that, and dude, like, literally is right there playing a fucking guitar, and just, god damn, he says, don't blame me, I didn't write the fucking lyrics, you know, and he's going on.
What's your favorite? What's your best show ever? Can you pinpoint a best show ever?
Best show ever. God damn, that's hard.
I think I do.
It's
I've been to quite a few really good shows. Like,
Just if you had to pick one, and even though it's not like your ultimate, you don't have to internalize this for the rest of your life, but off the top of your head, what's your best?
We're not gonna hold you to it.
Your favorite?
man, you know, the last time I saw fucking Faith No More here, like after they got the reunion when they came back, and there was something about it, like.
Well, speaking of Faith No More, I mean, the original singer's dead.
Well, yeah. Well,
Just
he's not the
EOD.
original singer. He's the second singer. But when they got back together here, they did Soul Invictus or whatever it was.
Good album.
Like, there was something like when I saw them back in the '90s when they did Angel Dust and stuff like that. Like on that tour. It was good, but like this time around, they really seemed like they were actually enjoying themselves. And it was like just this really powerful.
Not going through the motions.
They weren't going
Right.
through the motions. They were out there like they were all
We're energized
like,
by a new album,
like it was just it was like a wall of sound that hit me, and I'm just like, damn, this is really fucking good. Like because they were playing stuff from every album, they were going on and they were doing stuff, and I'm just like they were playing some of my favorite songs, and like which are not like the
I know.
popular tracks,
Right,
like
right,
King
right.
for a Day, they played that, and they
Exactly.
played, like The Real Thing and stuff like that, which were like their long, 8-minute epic songs, type, anthemic songs and stuff like that. And I was just like, this is fucking great, man. You know, and I had some good friends around me. You know, I took my wife to see it. You know, my good friend Eric, who I've been friends with for fucking decades. You know, him and I. You know,
Total
we both.
loser.
And he brought his wife, Cerny, and I went. You know, it was Cerny, his wife, and my wife and I. We all went to see this, and I just remember sitting there just fucking awestruck the whole time because it was just, it was such a solid, good show. Like it was like they were up there, like doing it because they wanted to,
Right.
rather than because a record label was like,
Yeah.
you know, you need to promote your album, you need to do this, or you need to make
Like
money.
probably when I
you
saw him
know?
at the Jamboree for the first time.
Right, yeah, you know, but I mean, even in like when I saw them on Angel Dust, there was all this contention with their guitar player, and you could tell they were all kind of doing their own thing. Whereas like this time, they were all like, there was a lot of interaction between everybody, and every song had this like just booming like resonance to it that you were just going, wow, everybody was just so fucking into it. And they were pounding out all these tunes like it was the last time they were going to. It felt really good. It was probably one of the most, I guess, impactful shows I've been to in a long time.
See, I'm
Keith,
a
do
big,
you like
I'm a
live
big
shows?
fan of bands. Like when you go see their shows, they like thank the fans.
Yeah.
Like I have much respect. Like if I see a band,
That's why he hates Tool now.
I fucking hate them. Sons
Well,
of
it's not
bitches.
even thanking them like just going out like and sit there and saying, "Oh, thank you everybody for being here."
No, like when I
you
went,
can
I
tell
went
when
to
a
go see-
band plays like that they are like on stage going, "We're fucking happy to be here. We're having a good time, and as
Exactly.
people enjoy it, they're getting more into it." And you're just going, "There's like this like."
So basically, Humphreys McGee. Yeah.
There's like this weird symbiotic thing going on where you're going, you know, as the crowd gets more into it, they get more into it, and everybody just gets like, you're just like, thank you for doing this. You know, you like injected this
No, you
little
feel
ounce of
what?
joy into my
Yeah.
life that, you know, through music, you know, through this wonderful sound that
Right.
you guys are producing. And it was just, I mean, even my wife was like, and she's not, you know, she likes Faith No More, but she's not like the biggest Faith No More fan like I am. She was just like, wow, that was such a good fucking show. And I'm just like, yeah, it was. It was just certain songs when they would play certain ones that they normally wouldn't, and all of a sudden this wall of sound would come across the fucking, you know, place, and you're just like going, holy shit, that is powerful.
What's your best? What do you think your best is? Your favorite? I know it's tough. What do you think?
Oh, I liked Rammstein. I liked Pantera, and
Pantera White Zombie is, yeah, it's top 5 for sure.
yeah, oh, definitely top 5. I mean, I liked Tool when I saw them with Ozfest when they came out. Was half naked, blue and red.
He had like some boxers on, half
And
painted
he
white,
did
half
his
painted like,
freaking like
yeah.
twitching type shit. Like, I don't know. I saw Pussifer. I like Pussifer because you know he did his fucking thing, but I wouldn't put it as my top fucking one. I like Peter Pan Speed Rock because there was only like 24 of us at the fucking show, and I got to fucking hang
That's a lot
out
of
with
favorites.
everybody. I bought. Okay, I had.
Number 6.
There's a
What,
band.
what was it called? Peter Pan
Peter
Speed?
Pan Speed Rock's a band from Amsterdam. Love those motherfuckers for like 10 years, and then like they've only been to the U.S. like 2 years, and they came to the U.S. and like I was in Detroit and I was like fuck yeah, so I took like all the guys I work with because tickets were like $7, so fucking I bought everybody tickets. I said let's go fucking have a good time, and then like I had all these hotel points because I traveled and everything like that, and they didn't have any fucking rooms, so I said okay man, I got extra fucking points, I'll hook you guys up with rooms. And then, like, I talked to their tour manager, and he's like, well, what about Mondo Generator? Now, Mondo Generator's like Nick Oliveri's band from Queens of the Stone Age. I was like, well, fuck Mondo Generator. And then, like, I realized, like, but then, like, Nick Oliveri comes out, and I was like, holy fuck, dude, this Nick Oliveri. So then, like, I don't know, we were smoking weed and all sorts of shit, drinking beer, and, like, so I hooked everybody up with a hotel room that night in Detroit, and I guess his dad helped build the Detroit Stadium. So like, you know, he's got his dad's name on a brick over there and everything like that. So they crashed at the hotel. We partied till about 3, 4 in the fucking morning. Got fucking annihilated. I mean, just trashed. And so the next night we went out. They were playing in Chicago. I brought my daughter with me. It was supposed to be like all ages, and everyone was all ages. So they snuck us in backstage. She was like all in awe, you know. But it was so cool because like my daughter's like talking about like she's like friends with or she likes Foo Fighters and stuff like that. So Nick gets on the phone and calls Dave Grohl and has my
Oh.
daughter talk to Dave fucking Grohl.
That's cool.
And then, like, you know, you got all these guys talking about how, like, oh, dude, your dad's fucking cool, you know, blah, 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 and shit like that. She's like, yeah, I know. But then, like, these guys from Max Sabbath, I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I know that.
It's like Black Sabbath, but
Yeah,
McDonald's style.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
It's like furry.
So
I've
it's-
seen a bunch of videos with them, and they're fucking hilarious.
I know. Okay, so
Yeah.
these guys are here. We're all backstage. Like the bouncer
That's
wouldn't,
awesome that
the
you
bouncer
both
wouldn't
love
let my
that.
daughter in because she was like 15. So they let us into the backstage, threw some T-shirts on, and like so we're setting up all the equipment. You know, they got the orange amps. You know, they're big on that fuzz. You know, that heavy. So they're setting up all the amps. My daughter's helping. We're helping them set all their shit up on stage and everything like that. And then the bouncer that wouldn't let her in, she just gave him the finger. And you know, we went on. And then the guys from Max Sabbath, and like my daughter's in the back. She's like, Dad, I think we need to go. They're all doing cocaine. I was like,
That's the reason.
it was,
This could go one of two
no,
ways.
man, we got like all sorts of free T-shirts, free CDs, man, and just like pictures and autographs.
No, that's cool, man.
They signed my guitar. Well, then like Big Shots right here, you know, Super Joint played here, so Phil and Samo was there over there.
Well, super good.
Yeah, well, we come up there, so like I start getting people to sign this guitar and everything, and then. Man, I got to hang out with Phil, smoked a joint with him in the parking lot. I said, hey, man, you want to go sign the guitar too, add your name to it? So I got, like, Phil and Nick, and I got all the guys from Amsterdam, and, like, if I ever get the fucking... I got all these guys' phone numbers, man.
You just need Maynard's autograph now.
You can't get that autograph, dude. I even went to the stupid vineyard.
Another good show was
Paid
Anthrax.
$100 for a fucking
Was-
bottle of wine that wasn't even that
When
fucking
they got
great.
back with Joey Belladonna, you know, their original, you know, with Joey.
I got to talk with Matt McJunkins about that shit that happened in France.
oh,
The
with
shooting
yeah.
when they were playing with the Eagles of Death Metal.
Yeah.
Because, he was...
But the Anthrax show at Congress,
Yeah.
they had just Congress sucks. I hate the fucking Congress with their passion. It's a shithole. It just the security there is a bunch of they're assholes. But they got up there. They were playing with Testament and was it Death Angel? It was one of those bands. But like, you could tell Joey was like so excited to be playing again with Anthrax.
Yeah.
Like in a weird way, like because they had kicked him out, you know, back in the 90s, and then they played a couple reunion shows with them or whatever. But they did this new album with them, and he was like by far the best singer for Anthrax. Like, and he was probably one of the best singers of the 80s for like metal bands in general. And he comes out there, and I mean, it was just such a great show that
That's
they
for
just
you,
fucking
buddy.
hammered out. That was another really, really good fucking show, man. They're playing all the old tunes like fucking I Am the Law and, you know, Indians and Be All End All and shit. You're just like,
Anthrax good shit.
God damn it. it
Never
was
got
just
into
fucking
Anthrax. I was more of a Merciful Fate kind of guy.
great. There you go. You know, there's nothing wrong with Merciful Fate.
Love
yeah.
King Diamond.
I like King Diamond too.
Glad you're back touring after your stroke.
But I was always a big Anthrax fan, and just to see them with that lineup.
I
was
did
just-
do a shot with Scott Ian at O'Hare.
There you go.
I got off the fucking plane. I was like, oh, dude, you're fucking Scott Ian. He's like, yeah, I know. I was like, hey, man, you mind if we get to drink a beer or whatever, man? He's like, man, I ain't got much time.
I did get to meet Henry Rollins one time.
Oh, dude,
Which
much respect.
it was at
I love Henry
it was at
Rollins.
Michigan City Library. Okay. Oh, right. This is all weird places. So it was after Black Flag, and it was he had started Rollins band. He was doing it was when he first started doing his spoken word stuff, and I was in this band called.
Love Henry
I was in this
Rollins.
band with a bunch of guys, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go see Rollins do his spoken word shit, and he's gonna be at the Michigan City Library doing this." And I'm like, okay, whatever. So we went there, and I'm not the kind of person who wants to hunt down people, wants to go follow people around to get autographs and
Right.
stuff. I'm kind of like, nah, I don't want to bother anybody. And so, like, behind the library, there was like a couple halls and stuff, like hallways and stuff. So I went and sat on this fucking, like, banquet table. I'm just sitting there minding my own business, and they all went the other way. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm just sitting with my head down, just like, do, wait, minding my own business. And all of a sudden, this guy comes up, and he's like, what are you doing over here, And I'm just like, and I look up, and it's fucking Henry Rollins standing right in front of me. And I'm just like, I'm waiting for my friends, because they went to go chase you down. You know, like, and that's exactly what I said. I said they're going to chase you down to get an autograph or whatever it is, and he's like, well, why didn't you go with them? And I'm like, because
you're here.
because I don't like to like chase people down. I'm just minding my own business, you know, type of thing. And he's like, he talked to me for like
Oh, I bet.
20 fucking minutes, like, and it was weird because he goes. He's like, well, you know, yeah, you know, well, what'd you think, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was fucking great, you know. And I said, I don't mind to be like, I don't want to be like one of those people, but I'm like, you're like a fucking idol in the whole, you know, like punk rock scene and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, whatever, you know, like he was just like really like
Normal fucking
like
person.
whatever. He's like, let's get off of that. And he's like, let's talk about you. And I'm like, what do you want to know about me? And he's like, just talk about you. Where'd you grow up? What'd you do? You know, what's your life or whatever it was.
Seems like that kind
and
of guy.
So, and so like he's
It's like Buzz from the Melvins, man.
Yeah,
he was fucking cool as hell to me.
he sat there like going, you know, how, you know, where'd you grow up? Where'd you go? You know, where'd you go to school at? Blah blah blah, and like literally like questioned me. So I'm like, I have Henry Rollins sitting here questioning me about like
Got interviewed.
what my life is, and I'm just like, this is so fucking weird. And then he goes, you know what? He's like, come here. So he takes me like around the corner, and he's like, you want to piss your friends off? And I said, sure. He's like, okay. He's like, there's a bunch of stuff back here, you know, like a bunch of promo stuff and, you know, shit like that. He's like, I'm going to sign like
All of it.
like a bunch of stuff for you. He's like, I'll just give you this shit. And he's like, and then he goes, you know what? Don't give any of it to your friends. He's like, just sit here and be like, because he's like, they're not going to find me. He's like, because I'm going out that door over there as long as you don't say anything. And I said, okay. So he signed like CDs, shirt, all this shit, and he's like, here you go. He's like, just take a bunch of this stuff or whatever it was. I come walking out back out with a bag, and my friends are like, oh man, we missed them. You know, they said, you know, we missed them and stuff like that. And then I look out and I'm like, well, I got to meet them. They're like, what the fuck? And I pull out this bag. I got all kinds of signed shit. Look, give me some. I'm like, nope, no. I was fucking great. He was like one of the most like down to earth people I've like it was just weird. He was just like, I don't want to talk about me,
Yeah.
you know. And it was really cool. It was just,
Probably talked a lot about that, you know.
and it was just cool. He's like questioning me. I'm
That's
like,
cool.
I'm just some tard who goes to Portage High School and like tries to stay out of people's ways.
Well, that's an accurate description at least. No, I'm just kidding. What do you think? Anything else we need to add to this?
Keith, best concert?
Best concert for you, yeah.
Best venue would have been Riverbend Coliseum in Ohio, but that was Dave Matthews, and a lot of people hate him.
Oh, we can forgive you.
But
for
best
that.
concert was Garbage at Aragon Ballroom.
Garbage.
Garbage at Aragon Ballroom.
I know. I've
Shirley
never seen
Manson.
them.
I like Shirley Manson.
I'm in.
I
She's only had
oddball
one
of
of
the
man.
group.
I heard an interview with her. She's actually pretty fucking cool.
Oh
She's
no, I
still
just
hot.
no. That was just it was just like I just hadn't heard that. Yeah, so
I know.
Yeah.
We haven't heard Garbage in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
didn't you get to meet like the bass player like Hole and shit? And
Oh, that was. Oh no, you're right. Okay,
They
that
all
was
got
a
a
really
needle
good one.
sticking out of their arm, and you know.
No, that was a really good
you go to the
concert.
show conventions all the
No,
time.
so what happened was I worked downtown once, and there was a little crappy Chicago magazine that said, if you apply, you can win to go to this concert. So it was literally in somebody's loft, and it was the redheaded girl from Hole was doing artwork. So it was like literally like us hanging out in a garage basically, and it was all you could drink. Like I got a picture of me and her just drinking old style, and like her artwork was like at auction and stuff. My wife got so drunk she puked in the bathroom. Like you're right, that was a better one now that you're reminding me, because like never again will I be invited to like that private of an event.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Fuck
Plus Melissa Oftemara is super hot, the redheaded chick from Hole, Smashing Pumpkins that replaced the blonde crackheaded whatever bassist or whatever they was.
Oh, Darcy.
Yeah.
Darcy. Yeah.
She replaced Darcy. So she's like on the newer albums,
Well,
but then they replaced her again with someone else. But either way, yeah, you're right, that was the best. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Dude,
That
you've
sounds
met
like a
all
pretty cool
sorts of
experience.
people in like them conventions.
Yeah, well those are horror
The
conventions.
mother from Seventh Heaven.
Oh
Wow.
yeah. I go to a lot of horror movie conventions. So like I got a picture with the mom was there from Chucky Child's Play. So I go, can I get